Hi everyone! Today we're going to make the final piece to our Princess in Black costume, and that is the shirt. You can use the same exact methods to make a shirt for Rapunzel. You just need different color fabrics and different color shirt. To complete this project, you will need a plain t-shirt, black t-shirt with long sleeves. This one is from Children's Place and I'm using size medium 7/8. You just need to have a t-shirt that is in the size of your child. You can actually even use one that you already have. You don't have to buy a new one. To make the sleeves, you will need fabric. You can either use 1/4 of each black and gray cotton fabric and then cut it in 1.5 inch strips and sew them together to make your own striped fabric. Or you can buy an already pre-made black and gray striped fabric. These are 1 inch wide and it's available on Spoon Flour. You will need a 1/4 of this to complete both sleeves. The first thing you're going to do is to take your shirt and remove the sleeves. Now you can do it two ways. You can either take a seam ripper and very carefully rip it apart, or you can use my shortcut and just cut the sleeves off. Now when you do that, it's okay if you mess up the sleeve. You don't want to mess this up. So cut really close, but make sure you do not cut through the shirt. And do it with both sleeves. So go all the way around. Once you have finished cutting your shirt should look like this. So this is the inside seam and this is the outside of the shirt. And you should have 2 sleeves that were cut off. Do not throw them away yet, because this is what you need to do with them. You can take a sleeve one at a time. You're gonna cut off this top part right here. Don't throw it away, we're gonna use it to help us make the pattern. Take your measuring tape, or if you're using the grid, and you're gonna cut a 3 inch piece of this part of the sleeve. And then this piece you're gonna fold in just like so, in half. And this is what we're gonna use for our cuffs. So you want to do that to both of your sleeves. Both of my cuffs are ready. I'm gonna put them to the side. And we also have 2 leftover pieces of sleeves. So save them, they make great pants for dolls. And we're gonna use this piece to make our sleeve pattern. So to do the sleeve pattern, I wanna draw a 9 inch line because this is how poofy I wanted it to be. So I'm gonna do 9 inches. If you're using a size that's smaller than 7/8, you maybe wanna go down to like 8.5 or 8 inches if it's size maybe 4. But once I have my straight line, this will mark the half of my sleeve. I'm gonna use this cut-off piece of the sleeve. And there's no science to this, I just kind of made it up, but it works. So you want to line up this one side to here and then curve it out. So just line this up with your line on one side and wherever it lands on the other side. Now as far as how high you should go, you shouldn't put it all the way to the top right here, but put it so you can draw a line that's a curve like this. So if it meets a curve like this, that's good. And then draw this piece because you want to match your shirt. So this is how it's going to be here on the side. Now here, because I wanted it to be poofy, I need to match these 2 lines. I want the piece that goes under the armpit to be about 4 inches. So I'm just gonna draw a 4 inch line at a diagonal If your shirt's smaller than 7/8, make it 3.5 or maybe 3. And finally, I need to connect these two pieces. So I'm going to draw a line that slightly curves like this. Don't worry about it too much, this will work out. So let's cut out the pattern piece and then let's cut it out. So you're gonna fold your fabric in half, and I'm doing it on a half of the gray. That just means that I'm gonna have to remember next time to do it also on the other sleeve on half of the gray, or you can make it to like the black edge and fold it on that edge, whatever works for you. And then you want to pin or weight down your pattern piece to your fabric and cut it out. We cut it on fold, so this is going to be a half of our sleeve. This fold is important. Okay, so here's my two sleeves. These are the ones that I've put together on my own. I didn't use the striped fabric. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use black thread, and I'm going to sew in a line that's going to be about 1/4 inch from the edge, and not all the way from the corner, but from about here on the top and bottom. And don't end it, do not go back with your machine. Just when you start sewing, sew and use the widest stitch that you have. So we're pretty much basting it. We're doing this to poof up our sleeves. Once you have put in your basting line, and most things will tell you to put in 2, I never do, and I think it works fine. Before you start pulling on the threads and start poofing your sleeves up, I would put it together, right sides together, fold it in half, and sew this piece together. Once you have your sleeves together, you're going to start pulling on your threads from your basting line and making your sleeves more poofy. Kind of gauge it, the best you can, and then you're gonna measure it up against your shirt to see if it matches. And if it doesn't, you can always loosen it some or making it a little bit more tighter. And you want to do this on both, on the top part, the one that goes on the shoulder, and the bottom part of the sleeve, the one that will connect to the cuff. Once you are happy with the poofiness of your sleeves, you will take these 3-inch pieces that we had cut before. Now, first you want to make sure that your sleeve is right side out. So the side that's on the outside of the shirt is the side that you have on the outside. Then you can take your 3-inch piece of sleeve that you had previously folded into this band. The seam part will match our seam part here, and you're gonna put it around your sleeve, the bottom of the sleeve where the cuff will go. Now, if your sleeve is too wide and it doesn't match quite right, you want to pull on your string some more and adjust it to fit better, or loosen it if it's too tight. You want to pin these pieces together. So pin your cuff to the outside of your sleeve, and then you're gonna get on your machine and you're gonna sew about 1/4 inch away from the edge, all the way around. Do this for both of your sleeves. Once both of your caps are on your sleeves, so in other words your sleeves are ready, you only have one last thing to do, and that is to attach those sleeves to your shirt. You're gonna make sure that your shirt is inside out so you can see the seams, but the sleeves are the right side out. And then you're gonna put the sleeves inside these holes here. You're gonna match your bottom seam with this bottom seam of your shirt, and then you'll find the middle of the top and pin it here, and then you're gonna adjust this puffiness, these folds here, to match your shirt. And finally, you're gonna sew around 1/4 inch from the edge all the way around, and do that on both sides. Once your sleeves are on, turn your shirt back and right side out and you're done. Congratulations. Make sure to check out my other Princess in Black videos. Give me thumbs up and come back to see me soon.